The cover page of One Piece. Chapter 1. 1127, titled Adventure in the Land of Mystery, shows Yamato sharing some oversized onigiri with Inuarashi. The daimyo of Kuri is concerned about the ongoing disappearances in his territory, while the giants of Elbaf are dealing with a massive fire in the forest, emanating a distinct aroma. They worry that if the flames reach the great tree of Yggdrasil, Elbaf could be doomed. Reporting this to the great sun god was a must, which suggests that someone is claiming the title of sun god here. The reference to Yggdrasil, the Norse world tree, is exciting, and it will be interesting to see One Piece's take on such a famous concept. Interestingly, all the buildings are made from Lego-like pieces, possibly a change made after the events with Big Mom. The giants are even more alarmed to see two giant stinger moles lying beaten and bruised on the ground. These creatures don't typically just fall from the sky, so it's strange. There were reports that earlier tremors were caused by the ear god falling, which one of the giants dismissed as ridiculous. However, if something managed to take down such a massive creature, it must be powerful, even by giant standards. This ear god might be a giant version of Lapin from Drum Island. Meanwhile, at Big Stein Castle, Nami is screaming in fear as she realizes that the monster in front of her is still alive. She's struggling with yet another stinger mole, while Zeus is happily greeting her after charging an important member of the ecosystem. Nami, though, has no memory of how she got there, besides being on a giant ship. She cries out for help, thinking of Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, even being desperate enough to consider Usopp. To make matters worse, she's wearing a completely new outfit that she doesn't remember changing into. As she looks around, she figures she must be inside some sort of castle. Suddenly, she hears Usopp calling out to her from below, but she trips, finding the floor difficult to walk on since it's made out of studs, like Lego blocks, clearly not the most practical design. Her situation gets even more bizarre when a giant, adorable hedgehog appears, terrifying Nami. The hedgehog seems offended by her comment about its size, and Nami runs away, apologizing as the beast chases her. She calls out for Usopp, who is in his own trouble, trapped in the jaws of a giant cat. The references to Alice in Wonderland are clear, with mentions of rabbits and giant cats. As Nami tries to deal with her situation, Zeus zaps the hedgehog, sending them tumbling through to the lower level. Nami somehow manages to pull off an acrobatic move that keeps her safe. Both the hedgehog and the cat monster Usopp is dealing with get shocked by Zeus's attack. Despite all this chaos, Nami and Usopp realize things are only getting worse. The cat turns into a lion, adding to their troubles. Nami begs Usopp to wake up as they notice human skeletons around them, likely just another part of the illusion since Elbaf isn't a typical destination for humans. Nami uses Usopp as a human shield, bracing for what seems to be their inevitable demise. Just then, a familiar voice calls her name. Sanji appears, swearing to punish the beast, and Luffy prepares an elephant gun. Interestingly, Luffy refers to this Gear 3rd attack as Gear 4th. Zoro's attack also has striking visuals, reminiscent of a lion. The trio launches a combined assault on the beast, shocking Nami and Usopp. The lion begins to fall, and the illusion fades, revealing a less intimidating form. This whole page pays homage to Chapter 162, which was released 24 years ago. Zoro carefully observes the creature's transformation, while Luffy wonders how it might taste, recalling that the rabbit they had earlier was delicious. This means the Straw Hats have officially eaten a god. Sanji is, of course, overjoyed to see Nami, who wipes away her tears after initially thinking Usopp had died. The battered sniper, still alive, vows to get her back for using him as a shield. They hear yet another ferocious beast approaching, and Luffy gets excited, thinking there might be even bigger ones nearby. Zoro, however, insists they focus on finding their ship and the rest of the crew. Sanji reminds Luffy not to forget the bees and their hive, as they're nutritious and shouldn't go to waste, implying that they've already defeated an entire army of them. Nami can't believe how calmly her crewmates are handling all these monsters and demands to know where they are. I'm really loving these Elbaf outfits. The crew looks fantastic, and this might be my new favorite Luffy costume, rivaling his Alabasta look. If I had to rank these outfits, I'd say Luffy, Usopp, Sanji, Nami, and Zoro. Let me know how you'd rank them. Red-haired Shanks has finally revealed his true intentions by attempting to poison Emperor Luffy, setting the stage for a future showdown between Shanks and Luffy at Elbaf. However, the journey ahead won't be easy as Nami has just been kidnapped by Loki for his own schemes. Interestingly, while Shanks and Luffy's crews are strong, Blackbeard may be the closest emperor to claiming the One Piece. At Hachinosu, Blackbeard's entire crew has regrouped, and Teach is furious with Pizarro for letting Kobe escape, as Kobe was apparently a crucial part of his plan. What's strange is that Kobe, once a mere janitor on Alvida's ship, has now become so important to Blackbeard, which hints that Kobe's origins might hold a deeper mystery. Some speculate Kobe could be a celestial dragon's illegitimate child. Initially, it seemed Blackbeard was using Kobe to lure Garp, but after capturing Garp, Blackbeard still values Kobe more, which raises even more questions. Meanwhile, Kuzan, Aokiji, reveals that while he aimed to kill Garp, Garp somehow survived. This adds to the awe surrounding Garp, even as a 70-year-old man who can still hold his own against people in their prime like Kuzan. This battle places Kuzan on an elite pedestal alongside Blackbeard. However, there's speculation that Kuzan is still secretly working against Blackbeard, waiting for the right moment to strike, which is why he didn't finish off Garp. In other parts of the world, the celestial dragons are struggling due to damaged gondolas, cutting off their food supply. Blackbeard, ever the opportunist, might take advantage of their vulnerability by either attacking or gaining favor with them. Pizarro's ability to manipulate the land could help him transport food to the Celestials, granting Blackbeard immense wealth and influence. Meanwhile, the giant warrior pirates are celebrating on Elbaf, unaware that the Straw Hat's ship, the Thousand Sunny, has mysteriously disappeared, along with Luffy, Zoro, Nami, and others. This strange event leads to suspicions that Prince Loki, known for his trickster nature, has a hand in it. Nami, who wakes up in a dollhouse-like room, may have been kidnapped by Loki, who could have developed an interest in her after hearing about her friendship with Lola. Loki's fascination with Nami could be tied to his past affection for Lola, and now he might be seeking answers or simply pursuing Nami for himself. The Straw Hat's separation hints at a bigger story arc, with the 6 members who have the X mark on their hands from Alabasta possibly reuniting with the 7th, Princess Vivi. Vivi's return would be significant, as she holds knowledge about Imu, the Gorosei, and the corruption within the world government, information that could be crucial in the final war. The Elbaf arc may turn into a rescue mission for Nami, possibly leading to a Davy backfight between the Straw Hats and Loki. Loki, in turn, might summon his ultimate trump card, Shanks. This could set up the long-anticipated clash between Luffy and Shanks, with Shanks responding to the destruction of his flag by Bartolomeo. Shanks, showing up to confront Bartolomeo, decides to test his loyalty by giving him a poisoned drink, which Bartolomeo bravely drinks in an attempt to protect Luffy. However, it turns out Shanks was only testing him, and the drink wasn't actually poisoned. Despite this, Usopp destroys Bartolomeo's ship to maintain the crew's pride. Speculation about Shanks being a poison merchant who weakens his enemies through drinks has been floating around, but there's little evidence to support this. Shanks's relationship with Luffy mirrors the one between Roger and Whitebeard, where rivals can still respect each other. Any future conflict between Luffy and Shanks doesn't require Shanks to be evil. It's simply because they are both chasing the same goal, the One Piece.